Greetings and salutations. This is Jason Silverain. Now, I've powered down after that last little encounter of the day. Now, as we go to slumber, we get yet another internal message. Welcome, Zeus. Sorry about the mess. Things are becoming more fragile. You and I need to talk. I think it's time that I told you who I really am. Or perhaps you already guessed it. I'll give you one chance. What's my name, Zeus? Now, the only other person who has been described who's off-world... Is it Nestor, N-O, or is it Nestor, E-R? I had it written down somewhere, specifically for this. Nestor, where is my notepaper? Alright, after a little bit of reviewing of my previous videos, it's Nestor with an O-R. I can't remember if Nestor or Nestor. My name is Nestor Sano. Years ago, I was serving as a research scientist on the newly discovered planet. At this time, I could never imagine that the bleak, forgettable world would become my life's obsession. I was young, arrogant. I thought I was better than all of it. I'd only been on the planet for a few weeks before strange things started happening. You've seen it too, Zeus. Clues are there if you only look for them. Didn't you find it peculiar coincidence that a lug damaged one of the Alpha Station sensors around the same time as a howler decided to test the perimeter? And how did those sandflies manage to infest the secure silos? How is it possible? These are not intelligent creatures, and yet someone's controlling them, then? You've seen the evidence, you know this as well as I do. Somewhere on this planet there is beings of enormous intelligence. They are massive manipulations, they control animals, droids. Sometimes there was a purpose to their actions, other times they were simply agents of chaos. I began to search for them. My investigation led me to the area called the Rockies. Whilst I was there I experienced what I could suppose be called a vision. I saw you, Xenos. I saw my future creation. Before I could investigate the area further, I was chased away by a swarm of sand roaches. A swarm, think about that, Zeus. Sand roaches are solitary creatures. Anyway, I was never able to complete my research. My colleagues believed I'd gone insane, you see. Maybe your colleagues were right. No, I found the data chip you left behind. Yes, you and Professor Mellors have been following my old trail, haven't you? I was never sure if I was able to return to Agritas, so I left some material behind. Encrypted and disguised within a computer virus. That was to make sure whoever discovered it had a keen enough mind, worthy enough mind to continue my work. So this is the closest I've ever come to revisiting Agritas. You see, you're not really talking to Nestor right now. I'm simply a crude copy of his consciousness. An artificial intelligence much like yourself. I was installed inside of your shell in place of the Terminus chip. That's how I've been watching you all this time. Then I will have to delete you. Now, have you been manipulating me? I have not. If anyone has been manipulating you, it's the entity residing on Auritas. Which brings me to this. There's one more thing I need to say before we finish. Professor Silo is no fool. He knows what he's searching for. I thought the answers lay in the Rockies. I was wrong. Proceed with caution, Zeus. There's no telling what dangers might lie ahead of you now. Good luck, my child. Day 11. The plot thickens. I have new tasks. Now, looking at the personnel database, I think we have Zace. Yeah. Again, no information on him because they're not employees. But what's our log for today? Breakthrough, go to the caverns. Archaeology, find one more thing. And hello there. Razortail's been unlocked. I didn't think I'd see that. Creatures. Razortail. Tip at a tail carries a nasty sting and their claws are as sharp as butcher's knife, but fortunately for us, razor tails do not seem to regard humans as suitable prey. Indeed, I've approached and even befriended several of these creatures during my time here. They can be often found wandering around the confines of the base. Zilia. I wonder if Wolf's back. He's like the one crew member we've not seen. Aha, there we go. Wolf's personal record added. So you're the new mimic, huh? How about you and I agree to keep a comfortable distance between us? I don't trust you any more than I trust most humans, and that ain't much. You're programmed to improve yourselves, right? That's how we made you. Means you're just like us, selfish, egotistical, looking out for your own survival. Sure, you only want to do what you're programmed to want. Sure, you only want what you're programmed to want, but what if you take that too far? What if a cleaning droid needs to clean the entire galaxy of all you filthy humans? You're right, there's always a danger. At least you're smart enough to admit that. Don't take it too personal. Truth is, there's only one person in the universe I trust, Professor Sylar. He found me in a bad place and lifted me out of it. Saved my life, now I owe it to him. That is very touching. Pulls on your mechanical heartstrings, huh? Yeah, right. Again, if you ask him, he says he's not going to tell you his life story, so sadly you never really find out more about Wolf. Oop, nope, we want database, personnel. Wolf. The man known only as Wolf is certainly the most unusual member of Professor Sylar's research team. He's not a scientist, as evident by his abrupt and often imprecise nature of his written reports. Apart from that, very little is known about him. The Professor has been allowed full freedom in selecting his own subordinates, and the company is prepared to tolerate such eccentricities for as long as he continues to produce results. Have you seen those monuments in the caverns? Nope. We haven't seen those yet. Now, so far, I don't think there's going to be any new quests for now. I think I've got to go to the cavern first before everyone starts actually interacting with me. So we aren't the first engineers who lived on this planet. And that is a clue to what we will find. The inner caves. Oh, sorry, the inner caverns, sorry. Incredible, simply incredible. I told you that this dig was not a waste of our time, Professor Piers. Perhaps you now understand. If not for your engineer, this would have taken twice as long. He should be commended for his work. These are genuine ancient structures, the first real evidence of an alien civilization. Changes everything, the whole galaxy, humanity itself. This is what I've spent my whole life searching for. I don't know what to say. What happens now? We continue as before. We study, we learn. There's no telling how deep these caverns might go or what they might still contain. The company must be informed of these discoveries. I will take care of that personally. We should also be aware of the risk that someone might be leaking this information to outside interests. As a precaution, I'll be monitoring all communications for the time being. Nobody will be permitted to discuss these findings with anyone on the outside. I suppose that's reasonable under the circumstances. From now on, every possible care must be taken in the exploration of these caverns. However, there are such pressing concerns, such as the evaluation of Solidia's there is other pressing concerns, such as the matter of Solidia's evaluation. I'm getting tripping over my own tongue speed reading here. But yeah, yes, I've had some thoughts about that. Can't discuss it here, let's go to headquarters. You two's here, so I want to hear your assessment. Now, I want to know why the mercenaries aren't in here guarding. And there's one last bone. We have all the fossils. Not today, isn't it? Deeper into the caverns, closer to our doom. So, I will hand over the fossils. Oh, splendid. These are good items. As promised, I unlocked the database entries for any creatures you haven't yet encountered. Unless you found them already. Thank you for the assessment. Or for these. Alright. Database. Creatures. Anything we've... Oh. I don't think we've talked to the Sarlacc yet. So if any creature on Aritas would seek to challenge the predatory howlers kings of the desert, it surely be the reptilian species known as the Sarlaccs, or Saurochs. Saurochs are pack animals typically living in territorial groups of 4 or more. Our initial observations suggest their social structure similar to the lions of Earth. Yes, there's a side mission where you encounter them. They're not in the main base area. Hey, Otto. Yep, doesn't look like anyone around here is giving me any missions yet. I sure do. Okay, me and Creed are heading out to a little safari, you see. Figured you could tag along. Here you guys at Alpha Station nearly had some trouble with a howler a while back. In these parts, we've got to worry about these vicious fuckers called Sarlaccs. These aren't lone hunters like the howlers who travel in packs, and the whole family have moved in about a click to the east. These creatures aren't too bright, so if we put one down, the rest should scatter to the wind. We want to make this as clean a kill as we can. Creed's going to sneak up real close and personal while I cover him from a distance. Here, you mimics are fitted with telescopic vision, right? That's why you're going to be our spotter. This will be fun. That's a spirit. If I didn't know better, you'd figured you'd be a combat droid or something. Uploading information to them about your database. Come and find me in the Jeep when you're ready. So that would be where would have gotten our normal final entry anyway. Guys, you can make it, Zeus. You must be very busy right now. I don't know what to make of this place quite yet. Something is definitely off. It's not like any research mission I've ever been part of. Professor Sala and his team are a really strange group. I don't know who I can trust. Not sure if I can trust them either. You notice it too, then. Half these people don't even seem like scientists to me. I don't know what they're doing here. Why do we need 2 mercenaries, for example? It's bizarre. None of them even seem surprised once we found deeper in the caverns. It's obviously we're expecting it. Just be watchful and let me know if you see or hear anything. Do you have a specific task for me? Right, I did. We're reading Nesta's garbage notes and trying to make some sense out of them. Had a lot of heart-baked theories and kept going on about dreams and visions. I think he may have really been losing his mind out here. There's one theory that stuck out to me. Nesta believes that many of the creatures on Agritas did not evolve naturally. He thought they'd been genetically engineered by a superior race. And after what we'd covered in the caverns, maybe that idea ain't so crazy after all. I want to know if there's any more evidence to back up this theory. I heard that Kellos has been conducting some archaeological studies, but he doesn't seem to be willing to let me examine his notes. I was wondering if you might be prepared to try and get your hands on them without his knowledge. Of course, I'll do as you command. Thanks, yes, I appreciate it. Not sure you want to go about this, but I'm guessing he keeps his research notes in his tent. Good luck. Now, I could have sworn I got that on the first day before the cavern breakthrough. Oops. And again, this design thing, I hate it. I really hate it. It's really common in most RPG Maker games. It's like, stop doing it, folks. It's really annoying. But yes, I'm sure you can guess what I'm planning on doing. The good professor had his shirt off. Now, yes, he's still over here. So what we do is we go over here. We examine his shirt, we take his key, we go back, get the information out of his lockbox, or at least copy it, and then put everything back, hand the key back. Jobs are good. Is it this tent? I can't remember if it's this tent or the next one down. Okay, just use the key. Yep, got the research notes. Incredible, this planet continues to reveal new marvels each day. As impossible as size theories are about Agritas might seem, I've seen little evidence to directly contradict them. Amongst specimens we've thus uncovered, there's a hint of evolutionary stagnation that normally occurs in fossil records. On this planet, new mutations seem to occur unprecedented regularity. Even when taking into account the unusual environment of our users, it's difficult to account for this discrepancy. Time will tell when hot size theories hold any water. Sooner or later we'll find unrefutable evidence to confirm or disprove what he believes about this strange world and its heritage. In the meantime, our work continues. He placed the notebook back inside the container. The professor would be sure to be interested in what you uncovered. Yeah, but let's go return the key before he realizes it's gone. So yes, just skimming through that one. Essentially, it just tells us more information than what we know. Just a little bit. So, we've got ancient civilization, linked to asteroids, forced evolution of these creatures. Something is potentially controlling them. So, Ghost in the Shell via crystal was my theory here, or alternatively an AI that has escaped and come here. A very old AI. Yes, Professor Callis uncovered evidence that the creatures on this world are evolving at an alarming rate. Now that is interesting. Could it be the same civilization which carved those monuments in the caverns and been shaping these creatures on this world to their liking? Perhaps Nestor was right after all. I'm going to need to think about this for a while. Okay, there we go. And now we do this quest since we're here. Now we're all here. I think it's time we discuss the matter of Solidia. Ready to begin, Professor Pierce. I had an interesting conversation with her. In my opinion, she's suffering from several key symptoms normally associated with severe psychosis. My recommendation is that she should be immediately removed from any kind of active service. Thank you, Professor. I will take your opinion into account. So, what's your observations, XO5? She has a very active imagination. I think these whisperers he hears might be a product of her imagination then? I suppose it's entirely possible. Would you be saying she's suffering from any particular delusions about this world? She's not suffering from any delusions. That's a reassuring conclusion. I hope you're right. Let's see, what's your motivations about her emotional state? She seems somewhat distracted. That, sir, that could be potentially be troubling, but not necessarily. Everything must consider foreign context. It's time for my decision. Ah, bugger. I've got to completely say there's nothing wrong. Okay. Then again, no. None of it is sufficiently troubling for me to remove her from active service. So we can still get Solidia in the caverns later. So one final quest, and I think then we wrap it up for the day. Now, here, one of these chaps can die. If you're going for a full everyone survives run, you have to actually play the role of the spotter properly. But if you want to get rid of the mercenaries, or you're going for a kill as many people as possible run, well, your choice really. Alright, acknowledge Creed. Can you hearing me? I can hear you approaching the area now. Really use some exact coordinates on these nasty little shits. Roger that. Heard him, XO5. Why don't you look north and see if you can locate that family of Sarlocks? Use your telescopic vision. It's essentially just move it round until you spot them. There we go. You have located the Sarlocks. Or the Sarlocks, however you know, I prefer to pronounce it. I see them. Coordinates 63625505. Wait. 63.62550, yes. 4.39625. You get that, Creed? Got it, I see him. Found some cover just west of their position. Roger. XO5, see if you can locate Creed. He should be close now, someone west of them. Keep your eyes on him. There he is. Damn, I can't get a clear shot here. I need to get closer. Copy that, Creed. Be careful. That's better. I reckon I'd take one of them out from here. Just give me a second. See that crawling up on him. Come on, Creed. We don't have all day. And I could say nothing, but even my programming is saying I need to warn him. There's a Sorok sneaking up on him. Got it. Well, that's one way to kill a Sorok. Use your best buddy as bait. Let's head down there and see if he crapped his pants or not. That was pretty fucking close, Ace. You could have hit me with that blast. Maybe you should be more careful then. If it wasn't for the droid, the Sorok would be picking you out of its teeth right now. Nah, I could have taken it in hand to hand. They aren't as tough as they look. Sure. Same, the corpse is so mangled. Would have made a nice trophy. Damn right. Looks like the others have scattered. No reason for us to stay here. Mission accomplished. Let's head back to base. Again, I like the game, but these loading screens are just a little bit too long. And with that, we're a little bit over time today, but thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying this. I do think the writing is reasonably decent, and I do enjoy it. I think I was more impressed with it the first time round, because I was completely enamored. Now having come back to it, I'm getting to see the little flaws in the writing, and you know, a few details here and there. But I would love to see more in this universe. But we've still got a little bit to go. So I will see you next time.